As Ron Squibb, the lead pastor here at ICC, I want to give you some important information and updates concerning the impact of the COVID-19 virus on the ministries of ICC and all of our campuses. And we see all that's going on and the fear, the panic, the precautions that everybody's taking, and we need to do that. But the reality is, I'm so thankful for God's word in times like this. We read in Psalm 91, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust, for He will deliver us." And I'm so thankful for God's promises that even in situations like this, that God is faithful, that God is not caught by surprise by anything that's going on. And as believers, we put our hope and our trust in Jesus Christ. But as a pastor, I also need to give you some impacts of what's going on in our city, in our state. And so I have some statements that I would like to bring to your attention. See, our first responsibility during this time is to prioritize the health and the well-being of everyone that calls ICC their church home. But we also need to adhere to the guidelines, to the laws that the state and the city are putting in. And this week, the governor has called a state of emergency. We're seeing some things close down in the city. And so as a pastor and as a church, we need to take some precautions as well. The first thing, that any ministries that meet during the week, we are going to temporarily suspend them. And we're going to prioritize our weekend services and our online presence. And so we will be explaining more of that in the days ahead. But beginning tonight, Friday night, we will begin to have an identical service on Friday night as during our 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and 12 o'clock service here at Central. And the purpose for that is that the gatherings over 500 are not allowed anymore during this crisis. So what we're going to do is we're asking anybody that comes to our 8 o'clock service, our 10 o'clock, our 12 o'clock, that this Friday night is now available. But for those who especially come at 10 o'clock, we're asking you to consider going to one of our other services, one of our other campuses during this time. And the reason for that is that there is only a certain amount of people that we can allow into our building during the service. And so that's why we're doing that. So if you can help us out in that, that would be deeply appreciated. Okay, we are asking that everyone will enter through the front doors of the sanctuary. No other doors will be open. The middle doors will be open so that we keep track of how many people are coming into the building. Beginning tonight, there is no children's ministries and no youth ministries. So children and youth and adults will be gathering in the sanctuary. The balcony will be open, so there's going to be plenty of room for the people. Nursery is still available. Beginning on Sunday, nursery will be available, but again, our children and youth will be meeting in the main sanctuary for the foreseeable future during this crisis. Also, moving through that, we want to encourage anyone who may be uncomfortable. Maybe you're elderly. Maybe you have some physical situations and you feel uneasy about coming into public. We want to encourage you that you can watch us live on iccnyc.org. You can watch us on Facebook Live or on YouTube. And doing that, you can partake of the service. You can also, who are watching us, you can give online as well through many ways. You can text give, you can go on the website, you can download the app as well. So there's many ways that you can stay in touch with what's going on here at ICC. As a pastoral team, we want to ensure you that while this doesn't look like typical church that we're used to, we still believe and expect God to work and to move. And the fact is, the church is not the building. The church is you and the church is me. And we carry Jesus with us wherever we go. So as a church, now is the time to shine for Jesus Christ. I want to encourage you, cancel out fear, show love, and share Jesus in a time of crisis. because it's in times like this that the church is the one that gives hope because of Jesus Christ. I am so thankful tonight that God is on the throne, and that no matter what the future holds, we know He holds the future in His hands. So we love you. We're praying for you. If there's a need, you can call us at the church, and we'll be willing to help and to minister to you. So I just want to say we love you, and we're believing God to bring us through this, because greater is He that is in us than he that is in the world.